Hey everybody, once again, this is Phantom Ryu coming to you on, at least here where I am, it's the 27th of June. Wow, I'm so out of it because I've been so busy I can't even remember what frickin' day it is, but I wanted to make a video here because I wanted to discuss a problem that I have, and I'm just curious as to how many other people out there have this problem. I decided the other night I was going to play BioShock Infinite, and I purchased a license for XSplit, and I was actually streaming it at the time. Found out though that I'm having some issues. After a certain amount of time, the video starts to stutter. It can't be my CPU because otherwise it would stutter constantly, but that's beside the point altogether. The problem is, while I was streaming, I started to get motion sick and had to quit playing the game. Now, I have my whole life had a problem with motion sickness. I can't read in a car. I don't fly very well. As a matter of fact, in a flight to come home on mid-tour leave from Iraq, I had to take off my helmet and vomit all in my helmet, which was fun. Most of the time on commercial flights I'm fine as long as I take a Dramamine, but you put me in a C-130 and it's blah. But other than that, there are certain 3D games that when I start playing them, I simply have to put them down because I can't play anymore, which is a problem nowadays because a lot of the best games are games like BioShock Infinite. Another game that I was unable to continue playing was Uncharted 2 on the PlayStation 3 because it made me motion sick. Certain first-person shooters I'm not able to play, which is one of the many reasons I don't play first-person shooters anymore is because most of the time they do make me motion sick. For some reason, a game like Skyrim, however, does not make me motion sick, so I can't really put my finger on what specific qualities of a game make me motion sick. But it was one of the reasons why I was reticent about buying BioShock Infinite, because there's no way for me to try it out beforehand and find out if I can even play the game because it might make me motion sick. And once it starts, I can't play anymore. I have to quit, otherwise I'll make myself very sick. And usually I just have to go down, I have to go lay down for a while my head gets back together. It becomes a huge problem because, one, I don't buy used games. Two, now that I'm here in South Korea, it's difficult to get new release games. And so most of the time I'll be purchasing them through Steam or downloading them through Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. I really wanted to get The Last of Us and give it a shot on PlayStation 3, but it's made by Naughty Dog, the same guys who did Uncharted. Seems to have the same type of perspective, and I assume will play very similar to Uncharted 2, and I can't justify spending $60 on something that I may or may not be able to play. Interestingly enough, before Batman Arkham Asylum came out, I downloaded the demos, and I know this is an option, download the demo first, if there is a demo, and see if you can play the demo. What was interesting was that I downloaded the Arkham Asylum demo for both PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. The PlayStation 3 version made me motion sick. The Xbox 360 version did not. Go figure. It doesn't make any sense to me. But this is a problem I've dealt with almost my whole life, and it gets very frustrating. And many times I'm like, is there some kind of surgery that could happen, that could fix it? What the problem is? And I've done some research on it, and there seems to be no real consensus on what causes motion sickness. One of the more popular hypotheses is that your inner ear catches up on the difference between what your eyes are seeing and what your inner ear feels. Your inner ear is your your sense of balance. Your sense of balance is kind of based in your in your inner ear. So when there's a disconnect between what your eyes are seeing motion, but your inner ear is not feeling any. This is the reverse of what happens when you're, say, in an airplane, where your eyes don't see any motion, but your inner ear feels it. When there's that kind of disconnect, some people believe that your body feels like it's being poisoned and decides to induce vomiting to get rid of the poison. But that's just one of the theories. There's apparently no cure for it, and I was just wondering how many people out there have this problem, and what have you done about it? Have you found a way around it? Now, I will tell you, just as a personal thing, I do not like taking any type of drug. I really don't even like taking painkillers, so popping a couple Dramamine before I play a game is just not going to be an option for me. I just don't like taking pills, and I'm not casting any judgments on anyone who does, but that's just not something I like to do. It's a personal choice for me. So, just a question to throw out there. I mean, clearly I'm not going to be able to play BioShock Infinite. I spent $60 on it, and probably not going to be able to play it. Other games I can play, so now I guess I'm going to try out Metro Last Light and see what that does to me. Trying to figure out right now how I can broadcast with XSplit and record at the same time. Now, I understand that XSplit has a local recording option in the program itself, but the problem that I'm running into now, like I mentioned before, is that the video starts to get choppy after a certain amount of time, and if it comes down to a choice between streaming the game and recording the footage to load up to YouTube, my choice is going to be loading up to YouTube. The Twitch channel that I have is twitch.tv/PhantomRyu. Seems to be working great. I do have about 24 plus megabits of upload speed, so the upload speed isn't the issue. There's something with the local configuration that starts getting choppy. It looks like the stream's lagging, but my local recording isn't lagging. My local game is not lagging, but the video files that it outputs are choppy, so I don't know what the problem is. But if anybody has the same problem as far as motion sickness goes, I'd love to hear from you and see if anybody else has this problem. But so I tried one thing, didn't work, but there will be more content coming in the future, everybody, and thanks for your patience, thanks for all your support. This is PhantomRyu signing off.